Reading the Bible can make you feel many different things. It can comfort you, challenge you, and even incite anger. It's a book that's simultaneously beautiful, tragic, and raw. Within it exists some of the most relatable and inspiring verses on love we could ever hope to find. Whether it be the love between two friends or family members, the love between husband and wife, or our love for God. There are plenty of verses in the Bible that inspire our own love for one another and a higher power. One of these inspirational Bible verses about love is 1 Corinthians 13:4-8, "Love is patient and kind, love does not envy or boast, it is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way, it is not irritable or resentful, it does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth." Love is patient and kind. Love is one of the most important traits that we can possess for our fellow humans. It inspires a sense of care and understanding for those around us. It's an essential and crucial component of any healthy relationship. But what does that have to do with the Bible? Well, it's the first trait that Paul mentions in the New Testament when he teaches his followers on how to love. We're instructed to love one another with brotherly affection, and it's the first piece of advice he offers. That's because love is what grounds all other relationships and keeps them healthy. It brings out the best in each person by prompting a sense of empathy and care for one another. The most important type of love you can offer the world is patience, kindness, and an understanding of others' flaws. These are the traits of a good person, and they come from a good source, love. Love doesn't envy or boast. Another trait that Paul lists is pride. Pride is an ugly and disgusting trait that we often see in people. The person who can't be wrong, or the person who's always bragging about themselves and their achievements, demonstrates pride. This person is full of themselves and sees no good in others. Pride is the first step toward destruction because it tells you that you're above reproach and that you don't need to improve. And then there's envy. Envy is the opposite of boastfulness, pride, but it's just as destructive. It's a longing for something that someone else has, whether it be their achievements, possessions, or relationships. Envy is toxic and only ever hurts you. It's a longing that'll never be fulfilled, and it only ever leads to feelings of bitterness and resentment. Love isn't rude. These two traits go hand in hand and are compatible in every possible way. As Paul writes, love does not dishonor others, and we can infer that he's referring to both pride and rudeness in this passage. One of the most important things to remember when you're in a relationship is that you're not the only person in it. You have to consider the feelings of everyone involved, whether it be with friends or family. Rudeness can take many forms, but they all fall under that one umbrella. From interrupting people to putting others down in order to elevate yourself, there are innumerable ways to be rude. Love isn't greed. Greed is the need to have more and more of something that you don't need. Whether it be material possessions or people, greed is a selfish and toxic trait that'll ruin any relationship it's in. But what do you do if greed is a trait that you possess? Is there a way to live without being greedy? Well, you can start by choosing to do without. Practice restraint when it comes to purchasing material possessions, and you'll slowly find yourself craving less and less. When it comes to friendships, you can practice restraint by not clinging to your friends and not expecting too much from them. Give as much as you receive, and you'll find yourself with good, lasting friendships that are void of greed. Love doesn't behave badly. This is a general way of talking about all of the traits that we've covered so far. Love doesn't behave badly. It's a generalization that applies to all of the above traits. You can't love someone if you don't behave in a loving manner. There can be no pride, greed, envy, or rudeness in your actions. You must be patient, not interrupt others and wait your turn, show kindness and an appreciation of others, and be willing to give as much as you get. Only then can you truly love another person. And only then can you love God. Love does not change. Throughout the above Bible verses about love, we've seen a lot of examples of what love does not do. But what does it do? You can summarize all of the above traits with one simple word: trust. Love is trust and faith in another person. It's being able to walk through life with blind faith that those who you love will do the right thing. The most important thing to remember is that love does not change. It's a steadfast force that sits at the core of all relationships. No matter what happens, love is always there. It's the one constant that ties people together, makes them a team, and inspires them to be better. Love is an important part of our lives, and it can be found in many different forms. The Bible has many verses that can help you understand and better express your love for others as well as God.